There are 6 important signs that can start to show up during the last year of an elderly person's life. Some of these signs might be things you've already noticed but thought were just normal aging. Others might be small changes that seem harmless at first but could actually mean the body is slowly getting ready for its final journey. Spotting these signs early can make a big difference. It means you can be there with the right support, help them feel comfortable, and create meaningful memories together. Most importantly, it lets you give them the respect and love they deserve in this special time. Stay with us, because these 6 signs can help you feel more prepared, both emotionally and practically, for what might come next. When you understand what's happening, you'll feel more confident, less surprised, and ready to make the most of every precious moment you have left with the ones you care about. Here are the 6 signs you need to know. One of the earliest and most noticeable signs is that your loved one seems to catch every little cold or infection. Maybe it's a small cut that doesn't heal as fast as it used to, or a cough that just keeps lingering. Sometimes it might be repeated urinary tract infections, or even skin problems that come back again and again. This happens because, as the body starts to slow down, the immune system gets weaker. Blood doesn't flow as strongly, so the skin and organs don't get the nutrients and oxygen they need to fight off infections. Even antibiotics that used to work well might not help as much, and it can take longer to get better. Small wounds might become big problems, and bruises may take weeks instead of days to heal. It's not just about getting older. It's a sign that the body is struggling to keep up with even the smallest health problems. For families, this can be really hard to watch. You might feel frustrated and think that stronger medicine or another trip to the hospital will help. But sometimes the best thing you can do is shift your focus from trying to cure everything to making your loved one as comfortable as possible. Gentle care can go a long way. Keep their skin clean and moisturized. Offer small sips of water to keep them hydrated. Help manage their pain so they can rest peacefully. If your loved one keeps getting sick, it might be their body's way of telling you that it's time to focus on comfort, peace, and dignity, rather than trying to fight every single illness. Another important sign to watch for is unintentional weight loss. At first, it might look like a belt that suddenly feels loose or a favorite sweater that fits a little too big. Maybe your loved one used to look forward to meals, but now they're leaving most of the food on their plate. It's easy to think it's just a normal part of getting older. Maybe their taste buds have changed, or they just don't feel as hungry. But sometimes it's more than that. As the body begins to slow down, it often can't process food as well as it used to. Muscles can waste away, and energy levels drop. This might happen because the digestive system isn't absorbing nutrients like it used to. Or it could be a sign of a deeper health issue, like cancer, heart problems, or kidney disease, quietly getting worse. Even mental health challenges like depression can affect appetite, leading to even more weight loss. Families often try to help by offering favorite foods, protein drinks, or special treats to encourage eating. But sometimes, no matter what you try, the weight keeps dropping. That's because the body simply can't turn that food into the fuel it needs anymore. At this point, it's less about forcing another bite and more about making sure they're comfortable. Focus on easy-to-eat foods they enjoy, small portions, and keeping them hydrated. If you see your loved one losing weight, without trying, especially if they're also eating less, feeling weaker, or not interested in meals, it's time to pay attention. This could be a sign that their body is gently preparing for its final stage. One of the most telling signs that the body is preparing for its final stage is a noticeable change in breathing patterns and circulation. You may notice that your loved one breathes more slowly or shallowly than before. Sometimes there might be pauses between breaths, or their breathing might speed up and then slow down. This is called Cheney-Stokes breathing. It can seem scary to watch, but it's a normal part of the body's natural shutdown process. Along with breathing changes, you might also notice changes in their circulation. Their hands and feet might feel cold, or you might see a bluish or purplish tint to their skin, especially around the fingers and toes. This happens because the body is sending blood to the most important organs, like the heart and brain, and reducing blood flow to areas it doesn't need as much. Even small movements like talking or shifting in bed can leave them feeling out of breath. Fluid can sometimes build up in the lungs too, making breathing harder. You might hear a cough, a gurgling sound, or they might feel more comfortable sleeping with pillows propped behind them instead of lying flat. Watching these changes can be unsettling and even frightening. But remember that these are all normal signs as the body prepares for its final stage. Instead of worrying or trying to force deep breaths, focus on comfort. Keep the room cool. Use a humidifier to help with breathing, and offer small sips of water to keep them comfortable. These changes can be difficult to see, but knowing what to expect can help you stay calm and provide the support they need in a loving and gentle way. Another common sign is a deep, persistent fatigue that doesn't go away with rest. We all get tired sometimes, but this is different. This is a deep, heavy tiredness that doesn't go away, no matter how much sleep or rest they get. Simple things, like getting out of bed, making a cup of tea, or having a chat with a friend, can feel like too much effort. Even getting dressed or walking across the room can feel overwhelming. This kind of exhaustion happens because the body is conserving its remaining energy. As the body's organs slow down and circulation weakens, the body starts saving energy for the most important things, like keeping the heart and brain working. Muscles don't get the same amount of oxygen they used to, and that means there's just not enough energy for everything else. It's not just about feeling physically tired. This fatigue can also affect their emotions. Someone who used to love gardening, meeting friends, or enjoying family dinners might now choose to sit quietly or nap instead. It's not that they don't care about you anymore. It's simply that even small activities can feel too tiring. For families, watching this change can be really hard. It's easy to think they're giving up or being lazy. But this deep fatigue is the body's way of slowing down, not a lack of willpower. Instead of pushing them to do more, focus on what brings them comfort. Let them rest when they need to. Sit quietly with them, hold their hand, and offer a smile. Sometimes just being there without any expectations is the best way to show your love. One of the most noticeable, and sometimes the hardest, changes to see in a loved one is when their mind starts to shift. Maybe they used to tell great stories, remembering every little detail and making everyone laugh. Now they might forget. Names repeat themselves, or get lost in places they've known for years. Conversations that once flowed easily might now be confusing or even overwhelming for them. They might drift off mid-sentence or forget what they were talking about altogether. This isn't just normal forgetfulness that comes with aging. It's a sign that their brain, like the rest of their body, is slowing down. As blood flow decreases, the brain doesn't get as much oxygen and nutrients as it needs. This can make it harder to think clearly and remember things. Sometimes, they might seem fine one day, but distant or disconnected the next. They might also withdraw emotionally, spending more time in silence or seeming less interested in things that used to bring them joy. For families, this can be painful. It's natural to feel hurt when someone you love pulls away or forgets something important. But remember, this isn't something they're doing on purpose. It's their brain's way of coping as their body prepares to let go. Instead of trying to correct them or force conversations, meet them where they are. Speak gently, offer reassurance, and be patient. Even if they can't respond the way they once did, your presence still means the world to them. A quiet moment holding their hand or just sitting together can bring more comfort than words ever could. Another common sign is emotional withdrawal. While the physical changes are often easier to see, one of the most profound signs in the final year of life is an emotional or spiritual readiness. This can show up in different ways, but it's the body and mind's way of preparing for what comes next. Sometimes, a loved one might talk about seeing people who have already passed away, like a spouse, parent, or friend. Other times, they might speak of feeling peaceful or calm, even though their health is getting worse. They may not talk as much, but seem deep in thought, reflecting on life and what matters most. You might notice a sense of calm that wasn't there before, or a sudden clarity about what's truly important. This can be a beautiful thing to witness, even though it's also bittersweet. It's a sign that the mind and spirit are getting ready to let go and move forward. It's important to remember that not everyone experiences this. Some people may stay focused on the present or may not talk about their feelings at all. But if your loved one does show signs of emotional or spiritual readiness, try to be there for them. Listen without judging or trying to change how they feel. Offer them space to share whatever is on their mind, even if it's hard for you to hear. Know that just sitting quietly with them, holding their hand or being nearby can bring a great deal of comfort. Your presence during this time can be a gift, letting them know they're not alone, that they're loved, and that you're there to support them no matter what comes next. These 6 signs: weakened immune system and frequent infections, unintentional weight loss, changes in breathing and circulation, deep, unshakable fatigue, changes in thinking and emotional readiness, are the body's way of preparing for the final stage of life. They might not all happen at once, and sometimes they're so gentle we hardly notice them. But by paying attention, you can give your loved one better care, comfort, and support during this very personal time. Remember, understanding these signs isn't about giving up hope. It's about being prepared and making sure the time you have left together is filled with love, dignity, and compassion. If you're noticing any of these changes in someone you care about, take a deep breath. Offer your hand, your heart, and your understanding. Because sometimes the most important thing you can do is simply be there. If this video helped you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which signs resonated with you and how you plan to support your loved one. And don't forget to subscribe to ElderFit Daily for more videos that help guide you through life's most challenging moments. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.